So I see a lot of mental health symptoms. It's extremely common. The main symptoms that I see and I treat are anxiety and depression. So one of the things which has really helped me to form a framework for speaking about the symptoms of emotional health or mental health is the concept of the soul. Now, the soul is difficult to define, and at the end of the video I'll give you my 2 cents on it. But the concept of the soul is very helpful when assessing mental symptoms and distinguishing the mind from the soul. So let me give you an example. Someone who is experiencing depression, to address their soul rather than their mind opens up a whole new dimension of care. I read an amazing book called The Care of the Soul. I haven't read the whole book, but I don't normally read full books. I normally skim them and jump around. But it's called Care of the Soul, and I forgot the author's name. But what I discovered was that these symptoms of depression, for example, or sadness, or even anxiety, these can be described or understood as the voice of your soul. So your soul is speaking to you, and many times I've spoken to people who have these symptoms, and when we talk about their soul, there is often neglect of the soul, and a prioritizing of the body and the mind. So what is the soul? Well, I'm not sure because I've never seen my soul, but what I've come to believe through my study of the Bible and just my thinking around the matter is that the soul is the connection between a person's spirit and a person's body or mind. The mind is part of the body. It's a brain. It's a physical thing. It's a series of connections and neural pathways. So the mind is a physical thing. It can be studied. It can be looked at under a microscope. You can examine the mind under a microscope. But the spirit is unseen. It's metaphysical. It's above natural, supernatural. And the soul is where these two dimensions of a person meet. And you could say that the soul is the seat of the spirit in the body. It's where the spirit resides in the body. And I thought about a scripture this morning about the soul, and it's Jesus. He's speaking about the soul. He says, what does it profit a man if he gains the whole world but forfeit his soul?